And now we are honored to invite LIMMUD FSU International Steering Committee Chair, Matthew Bronfman, to share a few words about his father. Please give him a warm welcome.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much. Yelena, thank you. Roman, thank you. First, before I talk about my dad, I just want to thank the volunteers for another spectacular event that you guys have organized and put on. Please give yourself a round of applause. And one more thing before, and of course, my partner Sandy Khan and Diane Wall, the two ministers that are here, Colette Avital, and all of you. I also want to, of course, acknowledge Chaim Chesler, who couldn't be here tonight. We all know his brother passed away last week. He's sitting Shiva in Jerusalem. We miss you, Chaim, and know that you wish us well. I think this may be the first LIMMUD FSU that you've missed, but for good reason. But our hearts are with you in Jerusalem. So in fact, I was with my father in Cordoba, Spain, a little over 10 years ago when I met Chaim Chesler. And that is how our partnership began, when he came up to me and he asked me if I would help get involved with LIMMUD FSU. My grandfather was born in Moldova in what was then the Soviet, the Russian Empire, back in the 1880s, I guess he was born. And it's a long story. It has gone more than 10 years, but if I had not been with my father, the connection would never have been made. My father was the keynote speaker at the OECD conference. Just one of the many, many things he did to talk about, to promote justice around the world. My father was a devoted friend of the Jewish people. And as his years went on, he became more and more devoted to Torah study, to learning, to education. And I'm sure you know many of his endeavors with Hillel, obviously the World Jewish Congress. And it was his inspiration that really got me to get involved with Jewish life. He was a great leader, as you heard from a number of the tributes, both from his memorial and from Ambassador Dennis Ross, that my dad, he fought like crazy for Jewish justice. He fought like crazy for Jewish people. And interestingly, he didn't believe in God. He believed in godliness. And if you all take the time to read his 6th and final book that was just published called Why Be Jewish, you will see the reasons behind his particular views. It's a beautiful book. It's very personal. And one of the things my dad loved, he loved to read, he loved to study, and he loved young people. He loved the passion and the intellect and the interest of young people, and it kept him young, it kept him engaged. And he, I know, would be thrilled to know that people here, particularly after all the years of fighting for Let My People Go, that we have now moved on in our generation to let my people know, and part of that is reflected in his book. He was a giant in many, many ways, and in many ways he was just my dad. So there was, of course, the contrast. But as I said at the, where you heard Yuli Edelstein and Isaac Herzog at the memorial at the Israel Museum, one of the things that, that I love about Judaism is that all of our heroes are flawed, whether it's Moses or Aaron or Isaac or Jacob, it doesn't matter. And it's the way that we can relate to our heroes. And my dad, like all of us, like all of our heroes, was flawed, but boy, was he my hero. So I just want to say thank you for the tribute. Thank you to Chaim and Sandy for helping organize the tribute. And this really is part of his legacy. And hopefully, we will carry on and make him proud. Thank you.